Alfred Hitchcock was born on the 13th of August 1899 at Leytonstone, in the northeast suburbs of London. Very early on, he was at St. Ignatius College boarding school at Stanford Hill, a school run by Jesuits where corporal punishment was common. Furthermore, the education he received at home, the tensions with his strict parents, will reinforce his very solitude character.
I was just sent along with a note. I must have been 4 or 5, and the head of the police read it. So that's what we do to naughty boys.
At this time, his interest peaked for the fascinating world of cinema, where he reads professional journals on the subject. Around 1920, famous Players Lasky, now known as Paramount, opened studios in London. Hitchcock therefore begins to draw intertitles to offer them to the company. He was hired immediately and became head of the title section. When the company stops its production in London, it rents its studios to British producers. He thus obtains a place of assistant director. The Hitchcock myth can now begin. Upon viewing, all these coordinated talents create a film in which the image alone conveys the idea of suspense. With it come simple but often unexpected scenarios, which infinitely support the general atmosphere of anguish. Finally, without forgetting Herman Bernard, Hitchcock's lifelong composer who plays brass and strings that give these films strident and oppressive sounds. Hitchcock's cinema stuns us, as proven by the proliferation of stairs. Toppling, isn't it? He places his characters like subjects in a painting, plagued by anxiety and guilt, and never lets them breathe. He encloses them behind dancing shadows of which they are prisoners. His subjects are his objects to stage that deafening anguish and the suspense. But make no mistake, because the particularity of Hitchcock is to present in a light tone dramatic events. The spectator cannot and must not rest. We are the director's favorite target. He creates for us and with us. Our place is essential and inseparable from the action in progress. Hitchcock even created one of the first reflexive films on the question of fascination, manipulation, and the game of time. This fascinates many filmmakers. Vertigo remains the ghost movie of contemporary cinema that has inspired so many other directors. The visit to the museum taken up in Impulsion by Brian De Palma, so many filmmakers have taken up his art and these visual signatures since he innovated this different and new aspect in the world of the seventh art. With a career of more than 50 years, we observe that in all of his works, the messages and the story are transmitted visually. The key visuals he uses, especially in Vertigo, are top shots and close-ups, to demonstrate the grandiose side of the highlighted object. We can watch his films without sound and understand the message. He was censored for many takes due to the same reasoning, including the train scene in Strangers on a Train. Hitchcock attempted censorship several times. But what would art be without provocation?